YouTube. YouTube. Wait, is this thing working? Hey, YouTube. What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me? Is this thing on? Testing. 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 Shredded cheese. Shave Dafy. Emma was here, but she's not here right now. She'll be back in a minute. Big things going on. Big news, which I put in the title. Oh, man. That's an exciting match. We're going to get into that. Let's build it up a little bit. We'll start talking about the title there. We'll get into that. Sup, Dog, what's going on? AOC in the house. Benji Mac, what's going on? Guy Allen, yo. Rob in the house. When is the actual event? Oh. Someone post the date of the actual event. GB19, what's going on? What's up, Mr. Potential number one? Oh, Drastic, thank you. I appreciate that, man. We are full steam ahead right now in Camp Derek, for sure. We are back at it. My body is killing me and aching. I have been killing it in the gym. The moment I get off live here, I will be heading to the gym again today. I am all in again, guys. We have found the burning passion, and we are back to training and gaining. Right? We're gonna get I think this one is gonna get kind of crazy. I think this prep, guys. I think we're gonna get a little bit scary. I think things are gonna get a little bit wild. Started at 336 pounds. We'll see where we end up with this one. In February. There you go. That's the date. Thank you, Samuel. Yvonne, Dennis is sending John back to Turkey for another stem cell treatment. Ooh. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Hail the chat. Veronica Knight, what's going on? There she is. Thank you for hanging out. Devin Dodd, you doing squats today? You know what? Maybe I'll throw in a set of squats. I've been doing like one set of squats every week, or one like 3 sets of squats every week. Like one squat workout, 3 sets. Light, nothing crazy. Like I'm doing like 135, but I'm just getting my. They're doing front squats, get my lower back working a little bit, get my legs pushing a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just trying to work on some. My lower back's been kind of hurting me and stuff. So, yeah. Randy Mendez says next opponent. I don't know. The only one I've been in talks with is potentially having a match with Austin Jaggers, but that's not even finalized at all. So I don't know, man. I don't really have anything locked in. Strength Old School, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out. Rob says, odd question. A lot of people talking about Shaw. What do you think of him versus Khalid right now? I think that Khalid would put. Brian has a lot to learn. He has to get a lot more comfortable in angles and things like that and how to solve problems. And Khaled's gonna throw this weird open. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't like even envisioning that match. It looks like a high probability of injury. I don't know if Brian will understand how to handle that. But Brian, with his same tools right now, really learning how to arm wrestle. Like say he the exact same strength right now, but spent a year arm wrestling solid. I think Brian could beat Khaled. Let's see. GB19, Benji Mac, Strength Old School, Unlock Your Inner Doolies. The Drew 24 in the house. What's going on? Corey Peterson, thumbs up from Winnipeg, Manitoba. What's going on? Thank you for watching and hanging out with us. Everyone is talking about Corey being too much for you now. Do you still think it's a good match? Everyone's talking about that? Everyone's talking about me again? Man, I thought I was completely falling off. I don't know. No. Oh, left-handed, yeah. Left-handed Corey would truck me left-handed right now. That's for sure. No, my prediction stands, guys. I've said it out loud. When me and Corey have a right-handed match, I'll win. I'm going to win. I'm not. That's the only time I've ever told you guys, like, confidently, 100%, like, I'm going to win. I'm going to beat Corey if we pull right-handed. When we pull right-handed. It will happen. It'll happen. I promise. Yeah. Nate Polidero, what's going on? Is Shaw versus Ryan set for King of Table 6? No. Whoa! You're talking about Chance Shaw. When you guys say Shaw, everybody always talks to me about Brian Shaw because I got him into it. So when you just say Shaw, it gets me thinking about Chance Shaw, Brian Shaw. I'm not sure if that's set. Big brother, hope to see you at LA Fit next month. Yes, I will be there. Caleb in the house. What's going on, buddy? Let's see. It's fun, right? Corey Peterson next 4 days. Yvonne, hey Derek, give some thoughts on Monster Factory results. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. What am I thinking? I didn't even. Yeah. I was going to finish going over my predictions for East versus West. I got the finalized comment. I completely forgot. I don't have the list of matches in front of me for the Michael Todd, the Monster Factory one. Let's see. You guys have to help me out with this one. Going over the matches here. On not the prelims, but the main day. What was the first match in the main day? Veronica Knight, Joe Villanueva. Let's see what's going on. White Wolf in the house. You versus Pablo would be good to see. Oh, Pablo looks strong, man. Kazi McNamara says Corey too strong. Better pull Chance first. White Wolf, Sarah Latona. Who from your team is pulling at the LA Fit Expo? We should all be going. Alexander Clark, Derek. I think it's funny how people say you're young and still a long way to go, not realizing that you're like 38 and doing this for a while now. LOL. Good to see you back on, bro. I'm 37. All right, I just turned 37 like last month. Right, so give me a break. Don't put the 38 on me yet. All right. I know you said like 38, but just say like 36. You know what I mean? Like we'll just dial it back a couple. Yeah, I've been at it for a while, man. But everybody's career looks different, man. I mean, it's been a trek. All right, so see Cobra's live stream. I have not. All right, I'm all the way caught up, guys. What was the first? Paulin versus Giant Russian. Pavlo. Oh, okay. Pavlo looked insane. Obviously, right and left-handed. And we all know Paulin is top form right now, and he's destroying people around his weight. And he even said, like right after the match, like I need to stick to my weight class. So, I mean, that was just more of a testament to how strong Pavlo was. I mean, Paulin was trying different moves and trying different angles, and he just had Pavlo was just way too much. So good for Pavlo. I mean, if you're not a hardcore arm wrestler, maybe you don't know who Pablo is. If you haven't been following the community that closely, because he hasn't had like giant, East versus West and King of the Table matches and things like that. But Pablo has been a threat for a while, and so really excited to see what comes out of him and who he keeps pulling and what he can do for sure. What was the next match after the Paulin and Giant and Pablo? Is Dennis weight advantage a big factor versus John? I mean, it definitely has a factor, that's for sure. Chance was the first in the main card. Okay, that was Chance Shaw and BJ Fokakis. Okay, so Chance looked real strong. I know BJ. Oh, I haven't talked to him recently, but I know BJ's old training focus was he just does tournaments. He just competes a lot, and that was it. I don't know if he's actively training now outside of that, but Chance looked in dominant form. I know. Chance had big matches coming up back to back to back. Although Chance definitely gets lazy sometimes when it comes to training, and he'll be like, "I haven't trained in 3 weeks." But I mean, I'm assuming he had to have been training and prepping somewhat. So, but yeah, his move looked really good against BJ. And Chance actually sank in a hook, some kind of ugly open arm hook though, but it was a hook. I messaged him right away, giving him crap about it. So that was some kind of a hook, wasn't it? He goes, "Yeah, did you see that?" So that was awesome. But yeah, Chance looked pretty dominant. Yeah, good for him. Congratulations to my boy Chance Shaw. What was after that? Which one came after Chance? So we had Chance, and then when was Brandon Alcesor and Craig Touye? Because that was crazy. That was crazy. Oh, main card. Okay, so it was Chance and BJ were the first one. Craig and Brandon. Okay, so Craig and Brandon. That was crazy match. That was a barn burner. That was dude. That was all out war, back and forth, just with contrasting styles. And Brandon is a fighter. Like, dude, it reminded me. I think I even did a super chat like that. Brandon looks like an old school Michael Todd. Before he was like really fully doing the King's move and stuff. I mean, Mike still fights and stuff for sure. But when Mike's main goal was the press, like when that was his go-to, when every match it was like trying to get to that press, and he would catch in the ugliest spots, all joiny and stuff. Then just trying to get his shoulder behind it, like it was gross with everything failing, just the elbow intact, and like that. It just reminded me of an old Michael Todd so much the way Brandon was pulling that match, and I imagine his arm must be killing him after that. But dude, he grinded through it and was able to pull out the win. Like huge props to Brandon Alcesor. Craig Touye is a legend. I know he has a match coming up in East vs West as well, and I don't think that loss takes anything away from Craig. I think Craig's still going to do fine, and I think Craig is cemented as a legend in arm wrestling for sure. So, but big props to Brandon Alcesor. We all know that he's been training his ass off, and This is his life. So good for him. Then we talked about Paulin and Pablo. Corey versus Cody left-handed match. Okay. I'm gonna get Corey destroyed Cody Merritt. Destroyed. Done. Now, obviously, Corey's name comes across my desk pretty often. I mean, everybody wants to tell me everything about Corey, anything Corey's ever said or done all the time. Everybody wants to talk about me versus Corey and blah, 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 blah. So Corey's left. Like I said, it's way stronger than my left. Immediately, though, in the comments, everybody's saying Corey versus Morozov, left-handed. Corey beat Cody left-handed easier than Morozov beat Cody left-handed. Corey also recently destroyed Ryan Espy left-handed about as easily. Those are two of the best left-handed guys in North America. I think he's undoubtedly number one in North America. Left-handed right now, today. Corey and Morozov. So this is the part that this is why it trips me out. I want to be on that. And by the way, I have no beef with Corey. Corey's my boy. We've been messaging each other. We're good. If anybody ever wonders if there's beef between us, there's not. We're good. But we I was just thinking about, him. I don't want to make huge claims like he's ready to beat Morozov. I always throttle back when I'm about to make big claims like that. I do wonder. Obviously, Corey's on a level. The fact that Corey beat Ryan Espy and Cody Merritt means that Corey is at a minimum. I don't even care if they're having bad days. There's no way you get that lucky twice, right? There's no way that they were both injured and they're both jacked up and Corey just had the best day of his life, got really lucky. There's no way. It's not going to happen twice in a row against the top two lefties. So minimum, even if they had whatever excuses, Corey's a freaking monster. You don't just 3-0 those dudes like nothing without being on a certain level. There's no way that, something is that wrong where he just got super lucky twice in a row against the two top lefties. Okay. So minimum of Corey is on an insane level left-handed or at a really high level. It kind of trips me out that Corey went from having a war with Dave Chafee left-handed, tearing his bicep, losing to Cody consistently, to just destroying Ryan Espy and Cody Merritt. And so when I think about that, I'm like, and I don't want this to sound like I'm taking anything away from Corey, but I wonder. I need to talk to Cody Merritt. I want to know what's going on in Cody's head, like where he was at for that event. Was he strong? Like, was there something? Was it purely that Corey is that guy, or was there anything detracting Cody and like he has his arm's been hurting, he broke it last week, he didn't tell anybody, something like that. I just wonder, because I'm trying to, in terms of Corey versus Morozov, which everybody's talking about, I'm trying to really in my head figure out where Corey's at. You know what I mean? And if I think he's ready to go for Morozov, who's obviously an absolute monster. I want to see the match regardless. I'm just trying to think in terms of my prediction, what would go on. And I feel like I should message Cody and just I want to feel it out a little bit. I want to see like were you 100% and Corey ran through you? Was there something going on? Like, are you full form right now? And I don't want to say that in terms of me trying to take things away from Corey, because that's not what I'm doing. I just want to know for my prediction for Corey and Morozov, or when we get on that train, I want to know really what I'm saying. I want to feel confident in my prediction. So, yeah, but Corey's on some level left-handed. I'm just trying to figure out which level, if he's ready for Morozov, in my mind, right? All right, chat kind of took off on me. Let me catch up a little bit here, guys. And then Michael and Pablo, Pablo's just too much. There's not a lot to be said. That's Michael's left arm. Pablo is way too dominant. Yeah, not a lot to be said about the main match there. Let's see. Okay, chance of first on the card. Haven't heard him. Will follow now. Says Joel Villanueva. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate that. Do you see a Casey Mill match at Bruheim? What do you think of him? If so, of course I saw the Mill match. That's my teammate. That's my gym partner who I'm going to go meet up with in an hour. We're working on things. All right? Don't worry. And Mill's going to be dialed in. Cool Burn. Yo, Carlo. Hey, stranger. Carlo, feel free to come back to practice. We all miss you. They were just asking, Lorenzo just asking where you're at just this past weekend. Chance getting strong AF. I agree, Daniel. Guys, by the way, it's great to see all the members in here. White Wolf, all the member icons next to everybody's name. Sarah Latona. Yeah, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. These holidays are hitting the wallet rough, to put it lightly. Yeah, gotta do a top 5 of the year review. Top 5 of the year? What you talking about? Do you think Jerry's opponent is a serious threat? Georgie Svetkov. Yes, yeah. Georgie's like a multiple WAF champ. Georgie's huge. I don't know how much Georgie weighs, but he's definitely the heaviest on that card. That's a big boy. You guys are seeing when he walks up on stage. If you haven't seen Georgie before, it's like whatever shirt they got him in, that shirt ain't gonna fit. I'll tell you right now, because all the East versus West shirts are really tight, and Georgie a big boy. He got a big belly. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. So, and he's strong. He's been arm wrestling for a long time. Has a crazy resume. He has wins on Levon. He has wins on so many people. So he's definitely a serious threat. And I think believe he's relatively well-rounded right-handed too. So definitely a threat for sure. Sarah, you're a beast. Good job. Sarah's amazing. Sarah, by the way, congratulations on your match against Rebecca Todd. I know that means a lot. You've been working your butt off. Sarah is always killing it and pushing herself, and I'm a fan as well. So good job, Sarah. Leroy Walker. Oh, he got hurt in his match. I didn't see these matches. I saw yours versus Rebecca. That was right when I tuned in. So the ones before this I missed. Yeah, I didn't see the matches before yours. Yours was the first one I saw before the main card stuff. But yeah, congratulations, Sarah. Why did Travis think you're like 25 since you've been 19? I don't know. Because he's getting old too, and he's losing track of time. You should pull Tadziel, says Neil Hood. I would love to set that up for sure. I know he's been real busy, has a lot of matches planned, but I would love to pull Tadziel. Dave Anderson, Cowabunga, what's going on? Do I think Cody's falling off? I don't think so. No, I don't want to say that. Yvonne says, Derek, I don't know if many people can top roll Corey. He stopped Kadecha round 1, even if he started cut, by the way. Do you think his ability to get in a hook is around Morozov's level? Corey has a crazy wrist. It's definitely insane and really hard to top roll. That's why my left is still not healed up from even practicing with Corey left-handed. Morozov is an absolute monster. I don't know. I think that if the match stops or goes to some kind of war, some kind of endurance thing, I think Morozov will have more of an edge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Corey's wrist holds out. It might stop Morozov. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. That there's just a lot to digest in terms of me thinking if Corey's ready for Morozov. I just gotta think on it a little bit. For me, just for me. Also, arm wrestler in the house, Jake. What's going on? Thank you for sending everybody over here, bud. You're the dead set legend, not me. Farfig Nugan, 42. Morozov would be too much right now, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a valid opinion. That he's number 1 in the world for a reason, right? Very nice, Sarah. Waiting next time you pull. Master Jack says, Derek, arm wrestling is just sport waiting to explode. It's so close to what young people like in video game, comics, mangas, etc. 1v1 fight, different types of skills, etc. Yeah, man, I wish they would make an anime or a manga about arm wrestling. It'd be badass. Preferably an anime because I'm lazy and I like to watch shows. But yeah, I think it always tripped me out that like more people aren't into arm wrestling because it's something you can so easily do and everybody's done, with their friends and family, and you don't really need anything. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a table and all that stuff, but you just kind of need a countertop. Like you can kind of do arm wrestling anywhere. And there's not a lot of sports you can do anywhere besides like fighting. And then if you don't feel like getting punched in the face or choked out in the streets, then yeah, I guess arm wrestling is the go-to. Alexander Clark says, Derek, not to take anything away from Pablo, but do you think maybe Monster Michael Todd was holding back a little because of the injury, or his body starting to fail him a bit? I don't think Michael Todd holds back at all. He's not the type to hold back. He will break everything. Mike, yeah, I don't think Mike. I've never heard of Mike dialing back or taking it easy. Whatever he has with him, he'll go in there full force. But whether what he has with him is enough or not is the question. So I don't think he was holding himself back. It's left-handed, man. I wouldn't read into it insanely on Michael's side. Pablo's amazing, and Michael's not weak left-handed, but he's definitely not what he is right-handed. Left-handed, it's different. Text Spront in the house. Farfig Nugan says, do you think Bajan will be able to put a good showing in after so long away from competitions? Oh God, what did I miss? Is Travis doing another comeback? Where does Travis have a match at? What did I miss? Did they announce a Travis match? Wait, what? Desperate Chihuahua says, yo, man, have you been doing Devin versus Hermes? Who wins? Right now, I mean, Devin's light, Hermes is heavy. I would have to say Hermes. If they come around the same weight and Devin has time to prep, I think Devin will beat Hermes. Michael Todd body isn't failing him. That's just who he would be if he didn't King's move, says Yvonne Cook. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I'd like to see Devin train for left match with Corey. Ooh, that's rough. that's a rough. I think Corey might be too much for Devin left-handed. But I bet you Corey's on Devin's full on in terms of having a match in North America with somebody left-handed because they've never done it, and Devin's pulled everybody. So I bet you that wheel's turning a little bit in Devin's in terms of wanting a match with Corey left-handed. Subdog says top 5 matches: Ron Bath versus Rob, Jerry versus Gennady are the first 2 that stick out in my mind. Oh, those are amazing matches for sure. Dustin Hyatt is scary good. Watch that one. Derek Kidd is amazing. I'll have to go back and watch that one. Nate, I've heard good things about Dustin Hyatt. I've heard he's a killer right now. Left versus Corey Devin will be transported directly in arm wrestling heaven, says Nate Polidero. Yeah, like right now, but with prep time and stuff like that, and if Devin's got a little bit bigger, he's a tricky guy. He's a tricky guy. If he stops Corey, it's over. It's just would he have the power to stop Corey? I mean, if he stops Corey, the endurance. I'm not even saying that Corey's endurance is really bad, but I'm saying that Devin's is just that good. So he would just need to get one stop, and I feel like it would be over. Farfig Nugent says Toddzilla is pound for pound best arm wrestler alive right now, in my opinion. There's arguments for that. There's definitely arguments for that. Toddzilla is amazing. One of my top 3 favorite arm wrestlers to watch, which are generally Devin, Toddzilla, and Gennady Fikvinia are my top 3 I like to watch. Let's see. Johnny, dang. Johnny, what's going on, bud? You need to get to practice. I have your shirt here at the house. I thought you were at practice. So I was going to take it to you, but you haven't been showing up. People are talking about pairing Jerry versus Talia or Kadecha, and he wins more likely than against Hermes. Taller arms are easier to flop against. Yeah, I would love to see Jerry pull again. It's fun to throw Jerry in the mix because he has such a weird style. It's fun to throw him in the mix and just see what his style does to people, right? Because they get so used to arm wrestling a conventional style that when you come across Jerry and his weird angles and weird pressures, it's just like, oh my God, I haven't been training for this, right? It's something different. We are at 28 likes and 78 people in here. What is going on? Can we please get a like spike, you guys, in here? I appreciate you guys hit the thumbs up button. Get a big boom in the likes. If you're on your phone, X out the live chat, hit the thumbs up, bring live chat back up. I appreciate that, guys. Let's try to get that up to there we go. There's the number flying up a little bit. I was like, that's really low. Jeez, am I that boring today? Let's see. What flavor of ramen does John Brzezinski prefer? I don't know, man. Let's see. Heavy Chevy JJ, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. Neil Spence, why are the reps obsessed about where the shoulders are? It seems pointless to me. Well, it's supposed to be squared up for safety, and also inside pulling or inside moves, they want that shoulder closer to their hand so they can shorten the distance traveled. So if it's really close, they can press faster. They don't have to come forward and then press, right? Or if they're hooking, they can shoot their shoulder forward across the table to have their shoulder brace their arm. So having the shoulders closer to the arm are better for hook pullers. Also, if people are opening up, or if they're trying to pull back and things like that, or already load up in someone's hand, the shoulder are a big indicator of where their early pressures are. And then for safety, the shoulder is supposed to be squared up. If I'm arm wrestling Jerry Caderet, I'm going to be the biggest baby about wanting his shoulders squared up you've ever seen in your life. Because everything is about, in terms of pressing, Jerry's move, everything is about if you can get his shoulder behind his arm. So if he starts even kind of sideways, that's a huge advantage for him and a huge disadvantage for me. So with certain people, that's everything. The shoulder alignment is ultra important. Let's see. Also, arm wrestler Travers versus Corey, left arm, May 6th. May. Where's it at? Where's it being hosted at? On what promotion? White Wolf 1776 super chat. First super chat of the day, White Wolf. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Oh, we gotta put the lights on Shade too. I forgot. With the first super chat of the day, White Wolf. We'll just round that up to 18. Thank you, Mr. White Wolf, hanging out with Chave. And the lights. There we go. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Derek, are you still smoke vape free? I was the wolf that dropped 100 on your YouTube challenge. Stop vaping. Just checking to see that you are the best you can be. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. So it's been a challenge. I've gone back and forth on it. I've gone back and forth on it. I definitely keep quitting and starting and quitting and starting. I'm definitely dialing back. It's just at my work, it gets boring, and so that's why I get back into it. But in terms of the moment it affects my training, then I stop again. So it's been a stupid thing I've been fluctuating with. But I do remember your super chat for the vaping. I do remember that, and I keep that in mind 100%. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate hanging out. Travis versus Corey. I don't know if that's a good idea for Travis. Even if he gets his hand and wrist strong enough to maybe take Corey's wrist, I don't know if Travis is going to have the arm to deal with Corey's side pressure, even by May. Ooh. Travis would have to start training for real, for real. Let's see. NAZ now, who wants to practice? Oh, okay. Wait, NAZ, like you moved there or you're visiting? Travis called out Corey for May 6, RIP Beast. I did not hear about that. That's crazy. Do you know if Devin has a pick for his next match yet? I don't know. JWeb Fitness in the house. There he is. If someone can share JWeb Fitness's YouTube channel, I appreciate that. It's one of my teammates. You guys give him a follow, give him a little bit of attention. Thank you so much. Do you like sledding in the snow? I'm a little too big. I'm more of the sled myself, you know? Cameron McNeely, Corey versus Alex, left-handed. Dude, Corey and Alex was a crazy match. Alex left-handed. He's like going for like the number one spot. I think Alex is facing. He has his left-handed match is like is against Morozov next. Alex is like at the top level of the world as well. So I'd love to see that. I think Alex is. That would be a cool match because a little bit of revenge for Corey. But also, I think Alex is stronger left-handed than he is right-handed. You saw what he was doing to Dennis Saplenkov, and everybody says Dennis is hurt, but you saw how that was going in the after polling session. Master Jack says your speech speed is impressive. Did you ever consider commenting athletics, 100-meter sprint? Not to mention your East versus West commentating, still regarded the best so far. Thank you so much, man. I know everybody overlooks me. It's fine. I know Jake gets mad when I get the commentating. This is what I chalk it up as. This is why I don't get offended that I'm not getting offered big commentating spots. I'm chalking it up as they're viewing me as an arm wrestler and not as a commentator. So I'm like, when Derek Smith's name comes across their screen, they go, "Oh, he's an arm wrestler. Oh, he commentates well. He's good at it, but he's an arm wrestler. He's trying to make, he's trying to be that top dog." So I'm assuming that's why I don't get more invites to commentate things, because they just are chalking me up as an arm wrestler, which is fine. If that's the case, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But if they fully view me as a commentator and then I'm not getting those invites, then we got a freaking problem. I still pull mainly 76 is already good, says Joel. Bob Brown's match is awesome too. Could have been a main card match. We'll have to watch that. Bob gets in some crazy positions. Okay, so I already went over predictions for East versus West 6 a couple weeks ago, but they updated the card and there's more matches now. So I kind of want to get back into that. Let me catch up on the chat, and then I'll hop into that, and then we're going to talk about John Brzezinski and Dennis Saplenkov and my thoughts on that, and then that's good as far as topics, and we can just hang out for a little bit. Anybody's weight is going to lose to Todzilla? That's not a bad point. Derek, have you thought about Monster Michael Todd versus Angerbayev match? Yes, I covered that in 1 or 2 live streams ago when I did my East versus West predictions. Angerbayev has a chance. If it stops and Angerbayev's outside move doesn't work, I don't know if there's a lot of adjustments to be made without having going inside a little bit. But he definitely has the right tools. Just are they sharp enough, right, to beat Michael? We'll see. I mean, I think you have to say Michael's the favorite, but Angerbayev has the right style and the right tools to be able to do that. It's just, are the tools sharp enough? So I'm interested in see that match. I'll have Mike as the favorite on that one, but not a ton, like 60-40. Devin wants to face Gennady, Dennis, and other short arm pullers. Don't give Devin top roller like Ledden. He could get to 50,000 pounds and never beat Vitali. You think? Maybe. Let's see. Can't see likes from live chat on mobile. LOL. Do you think 105 kg John is too light for Dennis? All right, we're gonna get into this. Remember, I'm gonna catch up the chat, East versus West, John versus Inc., and then we're good. I'm trying to stay on task. Here. When's your next match against whom? If you haven't already said, don't have anything planned. Potentially an Austin Jaggers match come March, April. Either way, I'm fully fledged back into training right now over the last week or two. So I'm beat. Today is going to be a heavy chest day with a bunch more cupping, wrist flexion. So we're getting fully back into it. So I will be strong, and we'll figure out who we're going to arm wrestle later on. Ralph Smith arm wrestling. Jerry is so strong and he's good at what he does, maybe the best at what he does. Yeah, he might be the best top wrist presser in the world. I wouldn't argue that at all. The Schmo with a $5 super chat says, Chave calls Marcus uncle, but he calls me daddy. Better recognize us. Schmo, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Unfortunately, it's not the top super chat, so you can't be next to Chave because White Wolf already took that with the $17 super, with the $18 super chat. So, but thank you for the super chat, Schmo. I appreciate you, bro. Always supporting the channel, always being here, always hanging out. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Let's see. Robert Kelly in the house. There he is. Big Derek. What's up, little Robert? Travis inviting Corey to Travis's own event in May. Mr. Also arm wrestler. Don't think it's confirmed 100%, but Travis was mentioning it on his podcast today. Okay, I got you. King Hoddle. Most shoulders aren't square to the table, in my view. I don't think it's strictly enforced. Yeah, I mean, they try their best to enforce it, but it's not anything that they go super crazy about. Ralph Smith arm wrestling says, I saw that live. That would be crazy if Travis started competing again, but Corey's a monster. Travis is amazing. Travis, I don't know. I haven't looked at Travis' exact titles, right, and what he holds, but in general, he definitely is considered one of the best, if not the best lefty ever. When he was at his peak and the way he was holding Alexi Vovoda and just running the world left-handed, it was amazing. But then he took that break and tried to come back, and Pushkar destroyed him. So I don't know. It's hard to tell what Travis's peak was and how he would do against everybody else. It's really hard to tell. Farfik Newman 42. Let's hear a recap in additions to your East versus West predictions. Okay. And Farfik Newman 42 taking the top super chat position, hanging out with Chave in the background. Oh my gosh. Farfig. I don't want to spell this right. Nugent. 42. With a $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. Farfig Nugent 42. Hanging out with Chave. Keeping him warm. Okay, he says he wants to hear. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate the support, man. He wants to hear the recap in addition to East versus West predictions. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into right now. Farfig Nugent called for a stop on the chat. I'm stopping the chat right where I'm at. I know you guys, I still have some more catching up to do. I'm going to hop into this real fast. Okay, so the ones I've already kind of talked about, I'm just going to just touch on a little bit. And then the ones I don't remember talking about, I'll get a little more into. So we're starting at the bottom. F.A. Comic versus Ikebeck Biket. I don't know anything about Ikebeck at all, so I don't know how to call this one. I haven't done my research on him yet. But I know F.A. is really strong. F.A.'s been coming up a lot, and he's training his butt off, and he keeps beating me up in after polling sessions every time I see him. So a blind prediction of F.A. will win that, but I have no idea, right? Since I don't know the other guy. But yeah, it's good to see F.A. getting on the card. I'm glad he's getting more opportunities. I mean, obviously he's a local guy, local to England out there. So I'm glad to see him getting these opportunities. Robert Baxter versus Ahmet Yenir. Sorry if I'm butchering the name and you guys are listening. My bad. Robert Baxter is a multiple WF world champion in Masters. And I don't know Ahmet. These are names that I've never even seen come across the desk, right? Emma, why haven't you told me these names? What name? Don't worry about it. So Robert Baxter is a wily arm wrestler. He has a lot of different. He's very versatile. He's been in the game a long time. So I'm going to blindly predict F.A. and Robert Baxter to win their matches, but only because I really don't know their opponents too well. After that, Raymond Lepins versus Doug Ehrlich. Raymond's been super active. He's been looking very strong. Doug Ehrlich keeps getting back into arm wrestling and leaving and back and leaving and back. I think Ray wins this. I mean, obviously Doug Ehrlich is North American, and I will be cheering for Doug on Team West. I think that Coach Ray is a little too tuned in right now. I think he's ready to go. So I have Coach Ray winning this one 70-30, in my opinion. So 70-30, Coach Ray. Mindaugas Terasitis versus Nerdulet Idarkan. Sorry. Nerdulet is super fast and explosive and an insane arm wrestler. That speed is going to be something that I think can carry him very far. Mindaugas is obviously amazing and well-rounded and very strong individual. I think Nerdulet is going to bring a whole nother level of speed to that match. When it stops, Nerdulet is not weak at all. Nerdalet. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. I hate mispronouncing names. It's just, damn it. I'm giving Nerdalet the edge on this one. I think the speed mixed with his comparable power, even when the match stops, is going to be what's going to set him apart. And I don't know if Mindaugas will be able to win enough of the later rounds to win the match. So I'm going to be going 60-40, Nerdalet taking this one. Chance Shaw versus David Arabuli. Obviously, once again, cheering for Chance. It's my boy. Everybody has him as a heavy favorite. David is a WAF champion. He's a big, strong dude. But I have a feeling he's going to try to sink in a hook with Chance. And I haven't seen enough out of David to see where he's at like right now. So I'm still going to lean with Chance on this one. But like 55-45 Chance right now. But I still have Chance as the winner. After that is Alazan Muratov versus Oleg Petrenko. I think Petrenko is beating everyone. I think Petrenko is beating everyone besides John Brzezinski, around that weight. So, I'll go Petrenko. Muratov is amazing. He's super explosive. What's his weight? Is he a little heavier than Petrenko? Because he's not a small dude. I just think Petrenko, especially with his left-handed dominance over Zarab, how comfortable it looked. I think he'll have more than enough for Muratov. So, I'm thinking 70-30 Petrenko on that one, left-handed. Farid Osmanli versus Corey West, left-handed. It's going to be a hook. I think that Corey's going to take this. And Farid is amazing. If you guys don't know who Farid is, he's a legend in the sport, one of the best guys to ever do it. It's definitely going to be into a hook. Corey's hook is a little weird. I think Farid's going to be expecting more of a traditional hook in terms of dragging and lots of bicep and rotation of the hand. I don't think he's going to be prepared for Corey's chest to move him across the table, right, and move his frame across the table. So I think Farid will look for more like a hook like Krasimir looked against Corey, but not going to like what he finds when he's going for that hook. So I have Corey winning this. 70-30. I was going to say 80-20, 70-30 Corey. If Farid can isolate Corey's bicep and his arm and really get enough back pressure to open up Corey's arm a little bit and get into more of a traditional hook, I think Farid is in there. But I'd be surprised to see if Farid has enough to just stop Corey center table. So taking Corey on that one. Craig Touye versus David Samushia. Craig looked really strong in his recent match. I know he lost, but it was a grinder. He was definitely in there. Brandon had to go full silliness to get back in that match. But David Samushia, he's very strong too. He's going to try to sink a more traditional hook. Craig is hopefully the foul trouble thing is the one that scares me about this because Craig tends to bobble his elbow and they're going to be very more strict over there. Not insanely strict as WF, but pretty strict. So hopefully they don't foul Craig out. But I believe his side pressure in the beginning surges sideways are going to be a little bit much for David. But I think if David does sink in the deep hook and is able to get Craig into a more traditional hook, I think David can win that. But I'm going with Craig. I think he's going to be a little too fast, a little too sideways. So I'll take Craig 60-40, 60-40 Craig on that one. Corey West versus Arif Ertem. This is going to be a right-handed match. Arif is a bad dude. That is a bad dude. Really excited to see this match. See how Corey holds up with Arif right-handed. I do believe Arif will be trying to top roll at first, but Arif is not weak in a hook by any means. I do believe Arif will start off trying to top roll, though, which is a hard sell against Corey West. I think Corey's ability to go sideways is just going to be too much for Arif. Maybe Arif takes a first round or something in the strap, something like that. But eventually, I think Corey embraces the straps, gets a hold of Arif, and just has too much sideways. And I don't know if Arif is going to be able to isolate Corey's arms and really get into more of a traditional match. But Arif is dangerous. Arif is more dangerous because he's more well-rounded, I believe, than Corey versus Farid. So I'm going to have this one, and it's right-handed, and I think Corey is a little better left-handed. This will be a little closer to me. So I'm going to stay with 60-40 on this one, 60-40 Corey West. Gabriela Vasconcelos versus Barbara Bashkova. Gabby. 90-10. Cameron Curtis versus Rob Tabaridze. Hook, obviously, going to be a crazy hook match. Curtis has been looking stupidly strong, especially against hook pullers. People don't really dare hook with Curtis that much right now. Like, nobody wants that smoke at all. I know Zarab is on another level, and people don't really hook with Zarab very much either. But I don't know. I mean, they're kind of, in a weird way, kind of similar. I mean, everybody runs and tries to top roll them, and no one wants to mess with it. And they're going to go inside with each other, I imagine. I hope one of them doesn't try to bail and just roll out. I think Curtis is going to have a bigger frame. I think he'll be able to move Zarab across. I can't see Curtis getting pulled into some open hook where he's looking out of position. I haven't seen that in so long. But Zarab is more tested at this level. I think Curtis has too much mass in his shoulders and chest. I think he's going to be able to move Zarab across the table and get him in an open spot. It sounds like I'm being really, picking North Americans only. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Curtis, but not 55-45 Curtis Cameron. Rustam Babayev is Paul Lynn. Okay. If Rustam is, well, I don't know what his form is. If it's old Rustam, I think this is an easy call. Rustam is the win. But what level is Rustam at is the question, right? Will I imagine that Paul's going to try some kind of outside move, either a top roll, a traditional top roll, a low hand top roll, or a high hook, or something that's exposing Rustam's hand and his wrist. And I don't think he's going to willingly go into a hook with Rustam. Assuming that's the case, what level is Rustam's wrist at? Would he be doing an East vs. West match if his wrist wasn't prepared for this match? That seems unlikely. I think last time I predicted Paul to take this. The more I dwell on it, I think Rustam is going to come correct, at least semi-correct. And I know Paul wants it. I know Paul wants the real Rustam, as strong as he has been, to show up. I think we have to go. I mean, just off resumes alone, obviously Rustam has a better resume than Paul Lynn, who's doing amazing. But it's Rustam Babayev. If Rustam sinks the hook, I think it's pretty dominant. I think it's 70-30 Rustam. It's just, will Paul be able to expose Rustam's wrist? Okay, I'm going to stick with Rustam on this one. I'm going to do 55-45 again. It's going to be a close one with Rustam as the leader. We need to see what his wrist is like, because I think Paul's going to attack it. I just don't know what level it's at. But so the Paul's biggest chance lies in whether he can expose Rustam's wrist, in my opinion. Farid Osmanli versus Gennady Vikvinia. Gennady's gonna be too much energy and too scary in different positions. So I have Gennady. I'm gonna have Gennady as a favorite, a pretty heavy favorite at 70-30. Ungarbayev, Michael Todd, we already talked about. John Brzezinski versus Irakli Sirakashvili. John, never bet on this channel. We never bet against the GOAT, ever. I'll never predict the GOAT to lose. Even if you hear me talking about the match and it seems like, he's going to say that the GOAT's going to lose. On this channel, we never predict the GOAT to lose because it's just stupid. To predict John Brzenk to lose is not an intelligent thing to say, even if the odds seem stacked up against him. So, as always, John Brzenk wins. Irakli is amazing. Irakli, what I do think, though, is that if people that hold on to John have disadvantages. John, if you can get John to hold on to you and you hold on to him and you start trying to stop his pronation and things, you're in a bad spot, which is what I think Dennis is going to do. But Irakli's going to post. Now, Irakli's post isn't super tall like Angarbayev's was. And so John seems to have some trouble when people either king's move or never hold on, super high posting and take John's arm a little bit out of position where he has to really use that shoulder and he can't really get a hold of him to start using all his pronation, right? Irakli, it'll go straps, 90% sure it'll go straps. Irakli doesn't post super high and backwards back here. It's more here. That kind of gives John a few angles where he might be able to sink in and get a hold of Irakli. Right, not into a deep hook, but at least get enough connection in here where he has a hold of Irakli. Irakli doesn't completely run; he holds on somewhat, and holding on somewhat to John Brzenk is a bad idea. So I have John Brzenk winning this, obviously, and we're just going to throw a 60-40 at it. And then Jerry Caderet and Georgi Svetkov. I think you have to say Jerry is the favorite, but I mean, not insanely, not as much as everybody thinks. Not as much as everybody thinks. So, yeah. 65-35. Is that right? Is that cool? 100? 65-35 Jerry. In this, I think George is really going to try to keep Jerry outside his shoulder. I don't know if he'll be able to. Most people can't. And the only other option is really to deep hook. Either you got to be so fast at exposing Jerry that you top roll before he gets there, or you have to be able to move his forearm, right? Because his wrist will flop back. So you have to be able to move his forearm outside his shoulder. Now, you do that via insane hook power, pressing by yourself, like chopping in by yourself, or whatever it is, but you have to move down here that way. You can't move up here because he'll just let that go. So you have to move this part sideways before he gets his shoulder behind it. Which is a hard sell. That's why Devin or Travis Bage, all of them, they were beating Jerry by pressing, right? If you get into a long match and Jerry's on top of his arm, like it's not a great place to be unless you have a king's move. So I just think there's certain tools that Georgie must have, and I don't know if he has them, but I know he's an amazing arm wrestler. But I still have Jerry as the winner, but Georgie is definitely a threat for sure. All right, so there you go. There's East versus West 6 predictions. I'm trying to get back in this chat. I know you guys probably took off on me. I'll do a little bit of chat, John Brzenk and Dennis Splenkoff, and then we're done with all the predictions and stuff. What do you do for a living? I do. I'm a host, like security. Let's see. Yvonne, Derek, is there any elite low-hander that Dennis ever faced? I mean, you could probably consider. Would you consider Arson low hand? Arson was kind of full hand, but kind of low hand against Dennis. And he had a pin on Dennis, maybe one or two. And then did he face Taras? Taras Ivakin would do that too. I'm sure he faced Taras at some point, but Taras is a lot lighter than him. I'm sure he faced more. I'd have to think about it for a little bit. Let's see, Dave Anderson, you're like a bobsled team. You would fly down and harass me all Saturday. I love it. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump down to the bottom of the chat, you guys. If you had something really important to re-put it back in there. If I didn't say hello to you guys, say something back to me again. Oh, wait, no, I saw those super chats. You guys, sorry, I'm going to jump down to the bottom because there's a lot of chats to catch up with. So yeah, if you want to say hi or you had an important question, just please repost it because there's a lot to catch up with. I want to be with who's currently in the chat. So Clerks93, what's going on? Jeff Godboy, what's going on, bud? Thanks for hanging out. Derek loses to Chatlog Smith as a G24. I usually don't tap out like that. Usually I'll fight the good fight, but I feel like when people are way down here and I'm still fighting my way through up here, they kind of get discouraged. Sometimes I just want to catch up with everybody that's in here. I don't do it often though. All right, give me a break. Corey Van Meter asking if there's practice on Sunday again. There will be practice on Sunday. I will not be there, but it will be at the same place. So you're welcome to show up from noon to 3 or 4. the veteran teammates will be running the practice because I will not be there. Cameron McNeely says, "How's the quality of the Filthy Power gear?" Awesome. I love all the Filthy Power shirts and everything I have. You guys, if you guys have not got a chance to check out filthypowerindustries.net, it's in my link tree. You guys, if one of the moderation, please post the link tree. I appreciate it. Drew24 says, "Derek makes excuses about losing to Chatlog Smith." Drew, stop being so hardcore, man. All right, just be a normal dude. Yeah. So, whatever. We'll talk about Dennis and John. Okay, so this match has been interesting to me. Now, originally, like when people started kind of talking about this match, we saw Dennis coming back in. We see Dennis on the side table. And we see his little training videos and how strong he looks, and he does look insane. It's crazy, right? And so you think right off the bat, like, he's just gonna be too much for John. Like, what? What are we even talking about? Dennis is jacked right now. He's looking strong as hell. He's just gonna be too much. But here's the thing: is that, like I just said, when I was just going over John's matches, John doesn't do well with people that run. Dennis isn't gonna run. Dennis is gonna go to John. So either sideways or into him, or I highly doubt that Dennis, and even if he does, he's not going to run at the angle that Angerbayev and them run, right? He's going to deal with John's hand, or he's going to attempt to, which is where John is the strongest. Dennis is going to try to pull John, or it will end up in John's spot, right? I'm confident that the match will end up in John's spot. Where it goes from there, and John in his spot is enough to deal with Dennis, we're going to find out. But I do believe that, basing off, John lost to Angerbayev is totally different. Dennis isn't going to arm wrestle anything like that. Dennis is going to go into John's hand and hold on to John and give John the ability, the chance to apply that hydraulic pronation that's so weird. He's going to give John that opportunity. So is John in his strongest spot strong enough to beat Dennis? We're going to find out. I believe we'll find that out, and we'll get that answer. We always predict the GOAT to win. On this channel, we always predict the GOAT to win. So I still, 51-49, John Brzezinski. But I'm just excited because I think people are blindly going to say Dennis is going to win this. But you got to remember, he's going to go into John's power, guys. And Petrenko, how strong did Petrenko look? And he went into John's power. And that's why I knew John was going to be Petrenko. Right when Petrenko won that left-handed match, and he went right through Zarab. He went into Zarab and went right through him and just looked so dominant. And so you got to think, he beats Zarab like that left-handed. So dominant, right through him, no challenge. Like, I'm the man. I just went, meh, easy. And that's in his head now. I'm the man right now. I'm the man. I'm going through people. And he took that and I knew he was going to take that same mindset to his match with John Brzezinski. I'm going to go through John right-handed. So I knew he was going to go into John's hand. He wasn't going to run and evade and do all the things. He was going to go into John. And that's a bad idea. And you see what happens when people go into John. And John was barely even straining. I mean, his face was barely even straining, just gritting his teeth a little bit. You know what I mean? So the last time someone went into John and he had a war was Corey West, right? And that was a grinder. John won, barely. He won though. But Corey doesn't challenge John's hand as much. He was challenging his arm and moving John's arm sideways. Dennis Splegoff will challenge John's hand and try to rotate John's hand, I think. So, yeah, I think John definitely has a chance, guys. I think he definitely has a chance. Obviously, like I said, I'll predict John as the winner. But I just know that all the predictions on this are going to be Dennis is going to destroy him. He's going to break that old man. I never bet against the GOAT. And if John says he thinks he has what he needs, and Dennis is definitely not the Dennis of back in the day, but neither is John, I kind of want to see it. And John always brings the upsets. So let's see. Yelpwood 9 says Dennis has been active for many years. John is an active arm wrestler, so I have to give John the edge at least 64. Dennis has been training though. It's not like completely inactive. David Eber says I wish Dennis had a weight cap. That would be cool. Russell Monroe, thank you, sir. Coming in, another member in the chat, guys. That's a pretty sweet icon you got next to your name, Russ. Jeff Gadboy says, do you think Brian is going to get into the sport? I hope so. I know he's been dabbling. I mean, every time he texts me, it's something like, I've still been doing my wrist work. I've still been doing my wrist curls and things like that. So, but I also have, he has been doing a ton of arm wrestling stuff. So I'm not sure. But he's doing wrist stuff. So that's a good sign. Do you think Dennis Devin bromance is the answer to the Dennis / Devin bromance is the answer to beat Levon? I don't know how that would make them beat Levon. Drew 24 says, Jake, anything else you get replaced besides the hips? I think Dennis steamrolls John, but I'm happy the guy's getting paid finally, says the schmo. Oh, and like I said, most people are going to say that. That's commonplace. Lannis RL says, yeah, I think with all the work John isn't putting in, he has the edge as well. Barely, I'm going for the GOAT. We should all be going for the GOAT. I mean, Dennis is amazing, by the way. Everybody always views him as the bad guy. Dennis is awesome, and he set a new level of strength in the sport when he was at his peak. So yeah. Drew, I was talking to Drew. Devin's forum in the chat. Neil Spence says, I've watched 4 or 5 people say Corey will kill you. I'm on your side, but with you doing nothing and Corey killing it, I'm starting to change my mind. So come on, do something. Neil, I just did a tournament. Like 2 weeks ago. I won right-handed, won the overalls. I lost a left-handed match, but it's left-handed. Still injured. But I won. I did a tournament like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I won the whole thing right-handed. I pulled Dallas Langston in the overalls and Alan Fisher. I'm coming back, all right? Give me a break, all right? I promise. I'm in full form, stronger than I was against Ravaz. It's coming. I'm going to get that 500. I want to get that 500-pound bench. It's not the biggest thing for arm wrestling. I just kind of want one. So I got up to 405 for 3, and so we're gonna go for that 500-pound bench. I want one of those. I want to buy me one of them 500-pound benches. Okay, John beat Alex Kardeccia. I think it's a bad style matchup for John. Because didn't Dennis kind of handle him? I think so. Yeah, but Dennis is not going to arm wrestle against John the way Alex would arm wrestle against John. So it doesn't carry over just like that, Corey. Arm wrestling math that's a hard one. When you start getting into asking questions like that, well, this guy beat this guy, but this guy he'll beat this guy. It starts getting a little murky. But yeah, I think Alex Kardeccia will be a bad matchup for John stylistically. Let's see. Yokewood 9 says, I just meant Dennis is active as a competition. Training isn't the same. I agree. But when they already have that much table time in their pocket, it's just a little tune-up. It's not like they have to learn how to arm wrestle again, Derek, low-key name-dropping Brian Shaw. Bridget Sexiness, there she is, my lady, the love of my life here. The end-of-year sale, you guys. Go to the AW Switch. She's doing 35% off. You guys, remember, it's hats, shirts, and stickers. If you guys want to get some of that stuff, head over to the AW Switch, check the link right there, and buy some stuff, and we'll ship it out to you guys. I promise it's good quality. If you guys get the stuff and it's not good quality, send me a message. But I guarantee you guys are going to like the quality of the shirts and the hats and stuff. That's why we have the shop. Like I wanted to make it just a drop shipping thing where it comes from China and they ship it to you, and I never really see it. Just make it easy. She's like, no, I want them to have good quality things. I want them to have quality shirts. I want to oversee it myself. And so, boom, you got the awswitch.com right there. So I promise you, it's high quality shirts and things like that. So I don't know, and it's 35% off end of year sale. You guys buy some stuff. Subdog says Devin proposed him and Dennis go away and train for 6 months to try to beat Levon. Oh, okay. The Schmo says John for sure always has a chance. I just don't think he has the same hand and wrist to do it anymore. Dennis is more well-rounded than Petrenko, Rockley, Corey, in my opinion, but I made my words. How do you think Dennis is more well-rounded? What has Dennis done besides hooking? And like a weird King's move type thing, but it's kind of still hook. How is he well-rounded? Like, does he have like been pulling out crazy presses? Is he doing insane top rolls, low hands, high hands? You know what I mean? Is he doing high hooks? Well-rounded. I would say Petrenko is definitely more well-rounded than Dennis. Rockley is pretty much sticks to one move the entire time. Corey's pretty much sticks to his hook. That's like a really side pressury hook. Yeah, Petrenko is definitely the most well-rounded in that list you just put, in my opinion. Jeff Gadboy says, I work with Mike O'Hearn. Work with Mike O'Hearn for that bench. I know, huh? Sounds like matchups. Okay. Thank you, says Corey. Bye-bye and smash that like button, guys. JB Hawks says, when's the next super match, and do you think you beat Matt Mask? Matt is an amazing arm wrestler. He's not ranked as a super heavyweight, so it's not something I'm actively like seeking out. Because I'd like to take matches with guys that are in my weight class. But yeah, I have a ton of respect for Matt. He's a huge hand. He's a crazy competitor. We'll have to do that dance at some point for sure. Let me get back into full-fledged shape. We're getting there. It's a little bit of a trek. For instance, in one of my lifts, when I was prepping for Ravaz, I was doing 110 110-pound dumbbells for sets of 6, and right now I was doing 95-pound dumbbells for sets of 5. So I'm a little bit off, not insanely far off, but a little bit off where I was at for Voz. So we're going to work our way back up to it. I'm also 336 pounds as of yesterday. So I was 370 against Tom Nelson, like 355 or something like that, 360 against Tim Bresnan. So we're going to gain some more weight, and we're going to get big and strong again. David Moran, hey, buddy, big love from Scotland. Big love back, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. He means Dennis is well-rounded, like bulbous. It's the muscles. Oh, I got you. If you can take recent practice table stuff into the actual match, it'd be very interesting. Although practice table doesn't mean anything. There's some stuff out on Russian channels, says Ishmael. Okay. David Moran says, are there any good Scottish arm wrestlers? Scottish arm wrestlers that come to mind. Scottish. I'm thinking Irish. Scottish. Oh, not that are popping in my, I know there has to be some, but none that are popping in my brain right now. Chat, help me. Can you guys think of any? He said Grant yet. Definitely not Grant. Clerks Anthony says matches BJ, but he had a bunch of matches scheduled, so he couldn't. The kid pulling Cobra, that's a stretch, says Abraham. Yeah, I'm not off the top of my head, man. But I'm sure there's awesome arm wrestlers out there. They're everywhere. All right, what time is it? 5:30? Oh my gosh, we're supposed to have 30 minutes still. You guys got anything you want to talk about, or should I just call it? What other East or King of the Table matches did they mention? Oh, wait, guys, I forgot. I completely forgot about this. Are you guys ready for the segment? Are you guys ready for the newly voted in segment for the show? Oh, you guys are ready for the minute with Emma? Everybody ready for this? I forgot. It was voted on. It was voted on. She's here. She wants to share how her day went with you guys real quick. I know if you guys are used to the chat, or you guys are used to the channel, you guys, my daughter loves to come on here. She's gonna come on here for like a minute or two. She wants to share how her day went or what she's been thinking about with you guys a little bit. If you guys have any questions, I'll be standing right here. I'll read the chat. Please don't be disrespectful. Moderators, if you're in here and anybody says anything stupid, ban them right away, please. But if you guys have any questions for my daughter, she wants to sit down and tell you about her day real quick. So let's get Emma over here. Let's get Emma over here. Here you go.
Yay.
Speak clearly.
Okay. I do speak clearly, Dad. Okay. So, tomorrow at school, I'm gonna have a Christmas play thing, and it's like an hour long. So it's like an hour of singing, and like there's like high school actors, and they suck at acting. Like one time, the guy that's acting, they gave him a wig, and he started wearing a wig, and he was like so weird, and all of my friends and I were laughing. And
all right, you guys, people are starting. Some questions starting to come in. Hi Emma, are you arm wrestling too?
Wait, what?
Are you arm wrestling too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Emma, did you finish your math homework yet? Dave Anderson.
Yeah, kinda.
Hey, I 3 girls, 1 boy, and I was at the school Christmas show. Oh, dude, yeah, she's been practicing for sure. Because Emma's awesome. Someone do a $5 super chat. Say thank you, Justin King. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Justin King. Can you go over here?
What? No, he's not. It's not the top donor, but we appreciate the super chat. Neil Spence says, Emma, who wins, Corey or your dad?
My dad.
Don't try to get my daughter to say Corey West would beat me. What a low blow. Derek Costa says he can help with the math. We just have to transfer you to inner city school, and then he can work with you. Do your friends know your dad is a beast? Says Joe.
Actually, yes. I told all my friends. And one time when he came to pick me up from school, what did one of them say?
They say that you're weird.
Yeah. One of them came up to my dad and said, your daughter's interesting.
Oh, read this one. Who's it from?
Aussie arm wrestler.
That's Jake. So thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
And then you read this.
This super chat is for you, Emma. Do not let your dad take any of this. Keep being a dead set legend.
Thanks. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah.
Oh, the flex. All right, guys. So here we go. The trainer. Emma's grip turn. You guys always make me do the 3.5. Here's the trainer. Let's see it. Okay, you got to use your hand right here. Use your other hand and get it bent in a little bit so it gets deep in your fingers. Use two hands. Just get it a little, and then you let off with one hand, this hand and just do it with one.
Can I show the camera?
Yeah, you got to show the camera. Yeah. Go do one hand. Go. Let go. Let go with the other hand. Let go with the other hand. Squeeze. Squeeze. Oh.
Wait, one more time.
All right, one more time. One more time. Look out. Let's squeeze it. Squeeze it. All right. Well, tell everybody thank you. Tell them that maybe we'll see them next week.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Another $10 super chat. What Jake said from the schmo. Hey, by the way, basketball signups are this week. She's never played basketball in her life. I was a college basketball player, so I've been trying to force her. Oh, there we go. Marcus Thompson in the chat. The schmo, Marcus Thompson, coming through big time with a €100 super chat and the $10 super chat. Thank you guys so much. Marcus, you're a freaking monster. James, sorry, nephew, but Emma is getting the pocket money tonight. Hashtag arm gods.
Can I write it?
Oh, yeah. All right. You can write it. So you got to write, erase that, then you chop right there with your hand, and then write Uncle Marcus.
Wait, where's the top?
Right there.
Wait. Oh.
You got to write Uncle Marcus, and then you put the euro sign, and then put 100.
Uncle.
Thank you guys for being cool in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Marcus, then you see the euro sign looks different. It's like a C with little lines through it. There you go. Then just 100. There we go. Let me show the chat. Uncle Marcus. Yeah, it's backwards. It's fine. They see it. Then put it in the thing.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Oh, we got another $20 super chat from Sandy Schnell.
Dad. Wait, really, Nana?
That's my mom, guys. Sandy Schnell. That's my mom. She was sending her granddaughter $20. Thank you guys for all the super chats. You guys are so supportive. Thank you for being cool around my daughter, not being weird. I don't know. She wants to get on here. Last time I held a vote, you guys said you wanted me to give her a couple minutes on here. So she's here. We're gonna do that. We're gonna let her hop on, let you know how everything goes. Once again, thank you guys so much for the super chats. Marcus, you're a freaking monster. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Check out armgods.com, you guys. Devin's Forum just posted the link. Please support them. That's definitely Marcus Thompson. You guys go check that out. Give Arm Gods your full support. Plug the YouTube channel, the Arm Gods YouTube channel as well, please, in the chat. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's a high note, right? I don't have anything else planned unless you guys want to talk about some stuff. I don't have anything planned. I can shut down the stream around there. I think having Emma on here and Uncle Marcus, everybody popping in here was the high point of the chat of the day. But yeah, I'm full training again. I promise you guys, it's all come back. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm eating. I'm doing the things. Okay, so good things coming out of that. Which means I'll try to get consistent with it. I can't promise that, but definitely more training videos will come out. More training things will come out as I'm getting into it. These things are going to get like ridiculous. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Yeah, you guys. Thank you. If you guys, once again, for just real quick mention, I'm not getting too much into it. People have been asking me for training and online coaching and things like that. You guys, if you look at the membership options I have on my channel, there's a $3 one, a $5 one, and then there's a $100 one. The $100 one is the training membership where we'll be talking one-on-one, meaning I'll be, we'll be messaging each other one-on-one about your training. I'll be helping oversee that. I'll do a training review breakdown for any video you send me. I'll send it back to you with a breakdown of the video you sent, like what you should be doing, and then live streams for you guys. Just training-based, pure live streams, just for people in that level of the membership. Also, you guys check out the link tree. Check out the link tree and all the sponsors and all the companies I'm working with and all my social media things on there. Hey, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick poll for you guys. Do you think I was talking to my buddy Etienne, ETN, which is the arm wrestling whisperer, the arm wrestling biker. I'm sure you've all heard of him. I'm sure when you guys are at the grocery store and you tell someone you arm wrestle, they say, "Have you seen that arm wrestling biker, that arm wrestling whisperer?" So, do you guys think I should I do it like a consistent? Oops, I don't know why it's like that. Consistent collab with ET. What do you guys? Would you guys like to see me trying to set something up more of a consistent video series with ETN? I mean, he's my teammate. I've taught that guy since he was a young pup how to arm wrestle. That's my boy. So I don't know. Think about it. He's not really heavy in the community right now. He wants to get his a lot of his content more out there. It's my buddy, so I have no problem just flaming him and give him all types of crap about wearing sunglasses and leather jackets. It'll be good banter for sure. I don't know. I'm just toying around with it. I mean, yeah. What do you guys think? You guys want to see more of the arm wrestling whisperer, arm wrestling biker in the hardcore community with you guys, with the hardcore arm wrestling community? Yeah, it's my buddy. He lives he actually lives like 2 hours away from me. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. It's just a thought. I'd love to see. We get some votes in that poll, and then we'll shut this stream down. 19 votes. Let's get up to like 30 votes, and then we'll shut the stream down, you guys. If you guys can vote on that, please. Because we were chopping up the other night. We talked on the phone for 3 hours the other night. Let me know what you guys think. Should I do a consistent collab? I know people love to see him. Oh, dude, it's crazy how many the inappropriate comments he gets on his videos from women and men. It's disgusting. No, I'm just partially jealous, and he gets all that attention, Okay, 20 votes, huh? No one wants to click on the poll? You guys, it's a button. 21 votes. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so you guys, but generally, yes, people think I should do a collab with ET, something kind of consistent. Yeah, more content the better. I like ET, sure. Trade him up for me. Bridget says, you don't need any attention. I need all the attention, Bridget. Oh, getting a phone call from Mega Mike. Sadly, Mega Mike, I am live right now. If you followed my channel, you would know not to call me at this time because I'm live every week at this time. So I doubt you're watching, Mike. Shame on you for calling me during my live stream. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out of here. Once again, I am undeserving. You guys are amazing. The best most supportive people I've ever been around, and I would not trade anything for the world in terms of hanging out with you guys and getting to know you guys. And yeah, so thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you guys know I mean that. I really do. Especially, dude, Christmas is coming up, you guys. Christmas is coming up. So I hope you guys have a happy holidays. I know holidays can be really stressful, but I hope you guys, yeah. Take you back before you get beat up. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you, Death. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. And stay strong. Love arm wrestling. Be great. All the sign-off sayings, all those. Talk to you later.